I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. Pleasure to have you here with us. What can people expect coming in to watch Urchin tonight?
An honest story, a touch of and a mix of many beautiful characters, real honest characters, and lovely filmmaking from Harris on his debut.
And we've obviously seen Harris work wonders in front of the camera, now he's stepping behind. What do you think made him such an exciting director, first-time director to work with?
Well, I can give you a personal story. As an actor, he kind of, whenever he gave me notes, it came not from as a director, it came from somewhere like of experience. So that touch and that chemistry and relationship I had with him, maybe, I don't know, makes a lot of actors more comfortable to kind of just perform and feel free in that stage. And that's kind of like what you see in the movie, a lot of real honest characters who are just free and true to the film.
What I love about the movie, I mean, it's dealing with quite, difficult subject matter, quite serious subject matter. But there's kind of all these sort of non-conventional, like poetic flourishes, and also a lot of comedy. I mean, I guess that was there in the script, but a lot of that also come alive on set.
I think that's very important, especially when you're dealing with subject as like homelessness, for example, which can sometimes be a dark story. But I think it's nice to bring that human factor into it. They're not always sad. There's happiness to them. There's joy. There's hope. There's a bit of fun. A bit of craziness, and that's what you see in the film. And I feel like that touch makes it different to the type of stories that we usually get told.
Frank Dillane, I mean, what a performance he puts in. I mean, it's so committed, so much nuance, and I think a lot of the comedy also comes from him too. What was it like bouncing off him, working alongside him?
It was quite a unique experience. I've never really worked with someone like him before. He's probably one of the most honest and true characters, or honest and true actors I've ever worked with. I think my character and his character don't really get along, but off camera, knowing how good a nice person he was, kind of made it a bit harder. But it worked out, and I'm so happy for him. He deserves it all.
Did you have a favourite moment on set? Maybe that explosion in the kitchen, in a way, hard scene, but also kind of like, is there something like cathartic about doing those sorts of things?
Yeah, I think the favourite moments was probably me and Frank figuring out what it feels like to actually work in the kitchen and how we can bring that into the cameras, because none of us have ever been in the kitchen, so we're like, what is this and what is this? And there's so many different knives before you can just use any knife to cut things. So sharing that time was quite nice, yeah.
And in terms of the takeaways from the film, I mean, I guess, yeah, we're spending 2 hours in Mike's shoes. You can't help but 100% relate to him and see how he ends up in this very destructive cycle. So it sort of, helps us relate to that experience, but also shines a light, I guess, on some of the systemic issues.
There's so many things to take from the film. I think the most important thing that we can take, just us people walking around day to day, is just to acknowledge that they're there. When we're walking past them, just to, they're always saying hello, and they're always so happy for someone just to say hello to them. And I feel like that's the first step. Once we take that step where we acknowledge those people, then we can focus on the others and eventually, create a better world for everyone.
And what's going to be next for you? Have you got another project lined up after this one?
Yeah, I do. I can't really talk about it much, but hopefully you'll see me more.
Hope so. Huge congrats on the movie. Really enjoyed tonight. Thank you. Cheers.